First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh, Bahawashim Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Before I get started in this video, I need everybody to share this video on your story. And for people who love to screen record, share it on your page. It don't take you no more than about a second. So just click that little arrow and share this video. I'm making this content so this word can get out to many people who have no understanding of what's going on in the world. This right here is the most important thing which you people need to understand. All of these different scenarios of problem, reaction, solution that I've been telling you people for years. They have one agenda, and it's transitioning to one system of control. Every aspect of your life, social credit scores, from the way that you travel, from the way that you go to work, from the way that they monitoring every aspect of your life, even the money that we spend. The cash currency is no longer going to be here, people. Everything is going to be on one grid. And if you're not a part of their grid, you will not be able to live in their society. That's the whole thing about all of these different scenarios of problem, reaction, solution. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you numerous of clips of different high-profile people speaking about transitioning to this new system of control. Just listen.
Do you feel like you're sounding the alarm
Yes.
for people that don't understand what the fuck is going on?
So here, I'll pull it up for you here, yeah? So there's the video.
Yes.
I don't know if your camera can see that, but
No.
there's the video. There's him speaking about it.
The G7 is launching a set of public policy principles for retail central bank digital currencies,
Yep.
CBDCs. Central bank digital currencies could be a digital version of money, a bit like a digital banknote that could be used alongside...
Right, so that's the
physical
guy who
notes
runs
and
our
coins.
economy in the UK. His name's the Chancellor of the Exchequer. And here is the article. Bank of England tells ministers to intervene on digital currency programming, yeah? And here's a quote from the article. This is in the Telegraph, the one he pulled up, but it was behind a paywall, so I'll just read the quote. Digital cash could be programmed to ensure it is only spent on essentials or goods which an employer or government deems to be sensible.
Holy
Now,
shit.
I'm going to take it one step further for you, Joe, right? So the vaccine passport infrastructure is in place. But now we know that the vaccine doesn't stop infection or transmission, but the checkpoint Charlie exists everywhere. They bring in digital banking, central banking digital currencies. You've got a scenario now that you're checking in and out everywhere you go using vouchers that are programmed and you can only spend where you're told you can spend them. There's another word for that, man. That's called the Chinese social credit system.
Now, this is a report coming from Business Insider. China's social credit system ranks citizens and punishes them with throttle internet speed and flight bans if the Communist Party deems them untrustworthy. As we go more on the report, the Chinese Communist Party has been constructing a moral ranking system for years that will monitor the behavior of enormous population and rank them all based on their social credit. The social credit system, first announced in 2014, is an important component part of the socialist market economy system, their social government system, and aims them to reinforce the idea that keeping trust is glorious and breaking trust is disgraceful, according to 2015 government document. This is crazy, my people.
Chinese social credit system. That's what it's called. And anyone who watches Black Mirror will know what I'm talking about. That's that TV show, right?
Yeah.
So what they are telling us, and when I say they, who's they? People in power. That's the head of our economy, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, second most powerful person other than the Prime Minister and maybe the Foreign Secretary in the UK, right? He's telling us, I just played it there for you. He's telling us that's what he, as the UK, the head of the G7, want to bring in for the G7. So a scenario where, like in New York at the moment, because the passport infrastructure is in place, you bring in that digital currency and you've got this total control. And if I'm speaking to you the way I'm speaking now, and my employer or government, you heard that in the quote directly, yeah, deems me as saying or doing something inappropriate, suddenly I can't actually pay to come here and speak to you anymore. My digital currency won't even pay for the ticket because it will be known that I'm coming to speak to you. Sorry, your vouchers don't allow you to purchase that ticket to go and speak to Joe.
I need you people to pay very close attention in the end where he said if they deem something that you did that is inappropriate, they can cut your ass off just like that. And you people need to understand, such as a lot of people are going back and forth speaking about social media, how they're banning people. They ain't just going to ban you from social media. They're going to ban you from the everyday way of living in this new digitalized system of control. The next question becomes, why did Elon Musk buy Twitter? To many people, they think that he did it for the greater good of humanity and to restore free speech. He promises to reinstate lifetime bans like former President Donald Trump, and he's already fired 2 executives from the company. Now, I know all this sounds good, and I know any person with a functional brain is all for free speech. Yes, everybody's cheering on with all of this, but I want to go a little deeper and open your minds a little deeper for a second. Elon recently stated buying Twitter is accelerate to creating the X, the Everything app, and he has yet explained what is the Everything app. I need you people to think for a second. Is it possible that Elon's purchasing of Twitter could possibly move us closer to digital IDs? Honestly, I don't think that we can rule that idea out at the moment, especially when digital IDs are a part of the World Economic Forum's 4th Industrial Revolution, which falls underneath the Great Reset that I've been telling you people about for the longest. In 2008 Bloomberg article, Elon Musk was a graduate of the World Economic Forum Young Global Leaders Program, the same Elon who wants to put microchips in our brains with the Neuralink project.
Well, for version 1 of the device, it would be basically implanted in your skull. So, but it would be flush with your skull. So you basically take out a chunk of skull, put the Neuralink device in there. You'd put the electrode, you'd insert the electrode threads very carefully into the brain, and then you stitch it up, and you wouldn't even know that somebody has it.
Now, this is the same young global leader that Klaus Schwab has bragged about, such as President Putin, Canada Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and many others. As we see in a 2019 World Economic Forum document on digital IDs, one of the pillars that is titled social platforms, and they just so happen use Twitter logo. Now, isn't that a coincidence? Now, I have one very good question for Elon Musk. This new takeover of Twitter, will this advance the new digital ID system that they're trying to implant in every aspect in our life, from our social credit score, from our social media, from the way that we go to work, from the way that we travel, from the way that we do every aspect of our life? That's my question for Elon Musk.
The digital identity system, which is extremely valuable, not just for financial activities, but for health and voting and education, and that's called MOSIP. Once you have the digital money system, then there's all sorts of services and applications that can be built on top of that, whether it's helping with health or education or agriculture, giving people visibility into their financial status, giving them advice. Should they take a loan? Should they buy insurance? What makes sense? The phone becomes a connection for low cost interaction with those customers that doesn't require human activity.
Are you people not seeing that now that they're trying to put everything on one grid so they can control every aspect of your life? Now just imagine if they get upset because you're on social media and you're going against whatever they deem as misinformation or whatever they deem as may be anti-Semitic. They can cut your ass off at any given fucking moment, such as the fact that he said that we're going to decide if it's okay for you to take a loan or not. Are y'all not paying attention to what these tyrants are talking about?
All new at 6, there might not be a reason to have a wallet in the near future.
No, everything could be on our phones. New at 6, Fox 35's Vicky Carr tells us what's coming.
Florida is hoping to launch its digital driver's licenses soon.
We expect to implement this technology within 1 month. We're close to getting this out there to the public within a month.
The Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles has been working on the Florida Smart ID app for years. This week, in a presentation before State Senate, they demonstrated how it would work. Users will be able to use the app to show proof of ID when pulled over by law enforcement or age verification at a store.
Y'all people should be wondering to yourself, now what if somebody can hack your shit? Then what? I know a lot of you people are wondering, like, damn, Mr. 6'5", why are you so adamant speaking about these digital IDs and how they're trying to transition to this new system of control? What I need you people to understand, all of this goes right back to what I've been saying from the jump. This whole pandemic was a problem, reaction, solution to transition to a new system of control that has been prophesized thousands of years ago in the Bible that a lot of you people do not believe in, and it's the mark of the beast, which is going to be the RFID chip. And if you do not take this thing, you will not be a part to live in these people's society, traveling, going to the store, going to work, going to sporting events, everything in reference of social media, in reference of getting your money from digital currency. This shit is a problem, reaction, solution. They wouldn't just present this to you people because they know a lot of people will become rebellious to it. But when you come with problems and when you come reaction with people being in fear and you come with a solution transitioning to a new system of control, people ain't gonna do nothing but just transition to their new system because in their mind, it's for the greater good of humanity. You people better wake the fuck up.
And you're working to build basically an interface to the brain.
Yeah. Electrode to neuron interface at a micro level.
Okay, what is it? Like I'm gonna have like a plug in my head that's gonna fit into a hard drive? Like, or how does that work?
Yeah. A chip and a bunch of tiny wires.
This would be implanted surgically. And it would do what? Could you input? Could you download Jim?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What
I think the big process that's happening right now in the world is hacking human beings, the ability to hack humans, to understand deeply what's happening within you, what makes you go. And for that, the most important data is not what you read and who you meet and what you buy, it's what's happening inside your body. So we had these two big revolutions, the computer science revolution, or the infotech revolution, and the revolution in the biological sciences. And they are still separate, but they are about to merge. They are merging around, I would say, the biometric sensor. It's the thing, it's the gadget, it's the technology that converts biological data into digital data that can be analyzed by computers. And having the ability to really monitor people under the skin, this is the biggest game changer of all.
About the evolution of the creature becoming godlike, I think it happens with technology. And I think technology gets introduced into the human biology, and it radically accelerates our ability to think and solve problems and come up with new solutions and then invent newer and crazier innovations. The human animal has evolved from being a caveman to being a person who lives in 2022 who's totally attached to your iPhone. We're real close. We're real close. And you keep following it, it's going to go to a point where those things are going to be inside of us because they improve us. They make everything better. They're going to fix your eyesight. They're going to fix your body. People with spinal cord injuries are going to be able to walk again, and that's going to be the door. And that's going to open it up to people that are going to use it to make more money.
For sure.
Imagine if there's a thing that you could plug into your head, and all of a sudden you're 150, 250% smarter than you are. And you have instantaneous access to information on the internet, and you start making financial decisions that are like ridiculous in terms of how effective you are compared to everybody else that's doing it. You figure out how to control, and then only the people that have that technology will be able to compete.
The elite.
That's good. The only if you
That's
get
what's
into
scary.
If the only people that have that technology, it's like there's a window of time when that shit starts getting implemented, where people are going to feel like, holy fuck, I'm going to get left out.
Yeah.
Like if people become a different thing.
These are stressing me out.
If people become a different thing, if we become a thing that is connected all the time to the internet, all the time, and your brain works way better than it works now. What if it just cures depression? What if there's no more war?
What's the chip Elon's
What if there's
working
no
on,
more?
right? He's working on that chip?
That's exactly what they're going to sell to the masses of the sheep. So you can just go right on ahead and go a part of whatever system that they're transitioning over to.
No need to fumble for a wallet or phone when shopping. Pay by Face is now available in South Africa and affords consumers the ultimate in convenience without the compromise of security when shopping both in-store and online.
Now they're doing the face scan. You people are crazy if you think they're just going to stop there. They started with the iPhone with your fingerprints. Now they went to a face scan. Trust my word. The end all be all, they're going to transition to you having to get a chip inside of you. They're going to sell it as if that it's the greatest thing, any invention in the history of mankind, to save people from a health aspect, to save people in reference of identity theft, to save people in reference of every aspect of your life. And people are going to fall for that fucking malarkey. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, he required everyone, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to be given a mark on their right hand or on their forehead, and no one could buy or sell anything.
Like to highlight what you said about the European Chips Act, because it's a very important step to create the physical brain for digitalization and to have it located to a certain extent in Europe.
So for all of you idiots that think this is just for the greater good of humanity, and that this is not just a coincidence, that all of this is going right in effect, right in front of our eyes, and that end time prophecies of the scriptures are not being fulfilled. If you want to continuously keep being a sheep, go right ahead. Because like I have explained to you guys throughout the years, 2/3 of my people have to be destroyed anyways, according to scriptures that I believe in. You don't have to believe in it, but it's just a coincidence that these people are implanting for the fact that we got to transition to a new digitalized system of control, which has been the sustainable goals of the Great Reset, Fourth Industrial Revolution. Then when you got people like Bill Gates, they got money that's endorsed in Gavi into Fido, that's got money in just... You people don't get the picture, man. The end all be all of all of this stuff is if you gonna get that mark of the beast or you're not. I want to give all honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh, Bahawashem Yahweh Shabarakatah. And I want to say shalom to all of my ox and to all of my sisters out here, my princesses. Shalom, man.
And the title of this session, are we ready for a new world order? A new world order. A new world order.
It's about what underpins a world order is always the financial system. I was very privileged. My father was an advisor to Nixon when they came off the gold standard in '71, and so I was brought up with a kind of inside view of how very important the financial structure is to absolutely everything else. And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new one, the new accounting, is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having an almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on. It also raises huge dangers in terms of the balance of power between states and citizens. In my opinion, we're going to need a digital constitution of human rights if we're going to have digital money. But also, this new money will be sovereign in nature. Most people think that digital money is crypto and private, but what I see are superpowers introducing digital currency. The Chinese were the first. The US is on the brink, I think, of moving in the same direction. The Europeans have committed to that as well. And the question is, will that new system of digital money and digital accounting accommodate the competing needs of the citizens of all these locations so that every human being has a chance to have a better life? Because that's the only measure of whether a world order really serves.